Horā Tsuki presents Chapter 1 Forest of Whispers. There is a forest that no map dares to mark. A forest where the trees are so dense, the sun barely touches the ground. Locals whisper its name in trembling voices, saying that those who enter rarely return, and if they do, they are not the same. On a cold autumn evening, a wanderer named Kato found himself at the forest's edge. He had heard the tales, of course, but he was drawn by curiosity, or perhaps something darker, lurking within his own mind. The wind rustled the dry leaves like whispered warnings, yet he stepped forward. The deeper he went, the more the forest seemed alive. The branches bent unnaturally, and shadows stretched like fingers. And then he heard a whisper. At first, it was faint, almost like the sigh of the wind, but it grew clearer, calling his name, Kato. Kato, he stopped, heart racing. Who's there? He called, his voice swallowed by the dense trees. No answer came, only silence, and then the whisper again, closer, coming from all directions at once. Kato tried to follow the sound, believing it would lead him to another human, or at least some explanation. But the forest had other plans. Every step he took seemed to fold the path behind him, and soon he realized he could no longer tell north from south. The whispers twisted into laughter, echoing off the trunks like ghosts mocking him. Hours or perhaps minutes, he could no longer tell path. The whispers became voices, telling stories of those who had come before him, travelers, children, even a hunter who had vanished a decade ago. Each story was a thread, pulling him deeper into the forest's heart. And then Kato saw it, a figure, tall and thin, draped in shadows, standing between two ancient oaks. Its eyes were dark hollows, yet they burned with an impossible hunger. It did not move, yet Kato felt it following him in every reflection, in every corner of his vision. "Why are you here?" Kato whispered, though he knew the answer already. Curiosity, yes, but also something else, a yearning for something forbidden. The shadow did not speak, but the forest did. The whispers surged into a chorus. Stay, stay, stay. The trees themselves seemed to lean toward him, their roots twisting like fingers ready to pull him under. Kato stumbled backward, but the forest closed in, and the whispers became a song of despair. He tried to run, but each step brought him back to the same clearing. The shadow remained, silent, patient, as if it had been waiting for him all along. And then he realized the truth. The forest did not trap him by force. It trapped him because he had already walked inside willingly. The whispers grew urgent, almost pleading. "We were lost, like you. Stay forever." Kaido's vision blurred, and his legs gave way beneath him. The forest pressed in, and the last thing he heard before darkness took him was his own voice joining the chorus. Stay, stay, stay. When the villagers found him days later, he was at the edge of the forest, his eyes empty, his lips trembling. He could speak no words, only whispers that carried with him from the forest, warning all who dared listen. And so the forest waits, patient and eternal. Its trees whisper to those who wander too close. Its shadows watch, waiting for curiosity to guide another soul inside. And if you ever hear a voice calling your name from the edge of a forest, perhaps it is only the wind, or perhaps it is the forest itself, inviting you to stay forever. If you enjoyed this tale, subscribe to Horā Tsuki for more stories where the shadows speak and the whispers linger. Remember, some places are not meant to be explored, and some stories are never meant to end.